Hey, what up, everybody? Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. You know who it is. And this is a video inspired by what I had seen recently over on a little Reddit, a subreddit page titled Fantano Forever. Now, I've been aware of the page for a while. I don't know if you guys are. It's linked down there in the description. And this is pretty much the most active subreddit on the Reddit platform as far as, like, Fantano-related stuff, the needle drop stuff, that is the plan stuff, articles or big mentions on the internet, some good memes and music recommendations peppered in there. Hopefully, I probably should do another AMA over there soon as well, but I digress. Check them out, get active in there, contribute some stuff, be a part of the community. They're a good subreddit, and I know you guys are obviously passionate about what I'm doing because you're showing up over here, so, why not? Start something together. Be something. Be somebody. Over there, they started a thread not too long ago, like last week. I missed it because I was over at VidCon. And this thread is all about why my reviews are never posted on Wikipedia in the professional review module. Now, the thing is, if you guys didn't know, Wikipedia, anybody can edit it, and my reviews are, in fact, posted over there. It's just that they are removed. They're taken back out after somebody adds them in. Whoever it is adding them in, I'm sure, some of you yourselves have attempted to do it and then thought, go away from it and be like, okay, did my whatever I wanted to do for the day, good deed maybe. At least I would consider it that, but that would be kind of self-serving, I guess. Did that, gonna set it and forget it and assume that what's done is done. But in fact, pretty much any time I turn up on these pages, your boy gets erased. And the reason that is can be found in this conversation over here on the Wikipedia platform, which happened amongst some editors and authors on the website back in 2014. So this has kind of been decided for a while. I wouldn't say there's an anti-Fantano bias. I wouldn't go that far. Basically what it comes down to essentially is that they have decided that in order to be considered for this section of the site, in order to be considered to be on these pages, you need to be a professional reviewer, and they just don't consider me to be professional. Now, I get that I act silly online. I don't take myself all that seriously. For example, they do bring up in this thread of paragraphs over here in this discussion that I do have that one Limp Bizkit review. Here we go. Limp. What the heck? Gold Cobra. There it is. My one Gold Cobra review right there, where essentially I rate the album hummus out of 10 because I was eating throughout the whole review. But the thing is, it's not like I'm the only reviewer out there, review site, who's ever put out an absurdist review of an album. It's not like Pitchfork didn't put out a Jet review where it was just a video of a monkey drinking its own piss or anything. Or was it an ape? I can't remember at the at the current moment. But anyway, moving on from there, they also make this wonderful false equivalency, saying that big foot. There it is. They basically make this equivalence, this comparison, saying that your boy is essentially, because I'm popular, but they don't want to consider me professional, but because I am popular, they liken me to that of Steve Wilkins, a Bigfoot hunter, someone who has been on TV, interviewed, a lot of different media appearances, for hunting Bigfoot, for knowing things about a thing that doesn't really exist. As if when I'm listening to an album and I'm writing a review, I'm just hunting Bigfoot. Whereas somebody over at Rolling Stone, they're actually legitimately writing text into a box, or they're writing it physically with a pen or a pencil and listening to music. Me over here, I'm just chasing Bigfoot. Other music reviewers, legitimately music reviewing. Me, Bigfoot, other people actually reviewing. This is so stupid. You're fucking Okay, so I'm essentially a Bigfoot hunter over here, and then I guess the third hilarious thing that they bring up over here is my time over at NPR, which is a time I look back on fondly. I mean, NPR is a great organization. Obviously, not where I wanted to be creatively, and ultimately, like the internet and YouTube is where I sort of needed to be in order to accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. But they act like I was just merely a DJ over there, as if you just spend all day on NPR just whipping out records and woo woo, I'm DJing on NPR. For one, I produced and wrote and edited a weekly music review show that aired on 12 different public radio stations across the country, I think, at one point. So that was a thing. Also, I was doing weekend promos and editing and automation so that, the programming runs seamlessly while people aren't there in the office. So there's that as well. On top of that, we're talking about a place where there's like legitimate news and stuff going on. There are legitimate reporters and morning shows and local programming. This isn't just a place where you just walk in and sign up and be like, okay, I'm on public radio now. The way WNPR works and a lot of other NPR stations, they run a lot like a commercial radio station as far as like, finding talent and hiring. You don't just walk in there and they just let you on air. You actually have to have talent and drive and have skills and bring something to the table in order for them to want to work with you. They're not just like grabbing random people off the street and saying like, okay, this is a public radio station, you're on. Certainly there's some community radio stations that run like that. There's one near me, WPKN. They're wonderful. I've heard a lot of great music programming on there over the years that you wouldn't hear anywhere else. But WNPR is not that kind of station. In fact, I would say most NPR stations are not that kind of station, especially stations that are in major metropolitan areas like in Hartford, the capital of Connecticut. But anyway, your boy digresses. But another thing I will say about that sort of hilarious point is, they're acting like the fact that anybody could get on this public radio station in their heads that they've imagined being a bad thing, as if like anybody can't just get on Wikipedia and edit the website. So, how can you really crap on people who are doing that when that's pretty much what you guys are doing? You guys aren't like, a legitimately printed encyclopedia that people like pick up at the library or anything like that. I remember toward the start when Wikipedia was getting started, like you would get an automatic F on a paper if you cited Wikipedia. And honestly, in my opinion, you still should. Because it's it's not like who's writing the articles or that the articles are exactly proof of anything. It certainly is a good collection of some sturdy baseline information, but it's not like Wikipedia is beyond any kind of inaccuracies or inadequacies as an institution of information. But again, I'll digress, because at the end of this, I do want to I guess get on Wikipedia's good side, maybe. Ultimately, I don't really give a shit, but hey, whatever. I'm sort of answering a question over here and having fun in a video. So the Bigfoot thing, that was kind of dumb. Absurdist reviews, I talked about that. And also your boy over here, I'm not just self-published. I used to write for NPR Music as well. I was killing it in the Song of the Day column back in the day, and I've been printed before too. So it's not like I only publish on my own website. It's not like I've only been published on YouTube. I've been on other platforms as well, so that's wrong. Aren't you guys supposed to be researchers or something? Aren't you supposed to do research? Half of this stuff was untrue at the time that you wrote it, and now it's even more untrue now. So self-publishing, it's not necessarily a bad thing, especially if you do, through the way of self-publishing, carry a whole lot of influence. At the time of this discussion over here, it seems that I had like 300,000 subscribers or something. Now I have 1 million, and your boy is easily the most popular and relevant music critic walking the planet. Not bragging, just stating facts, just letting you know. You guys can catch up with us over here in 2017 at any point. We're not going to stop you. You're totally invited. And the idea of me being popular versus being professional, they're not mutually exclusive. You can be both, or you can be one or the other, or being one doesn't mean you can't be the other or makes you less of the other. You can be both popular and professional. And I guess I could make the argument that I literally fit the bill of the definition of professional, given that this is my profession. I have people working with me who do either part-time to full-time hours. I pay them. I've had people intern for me. Like any other music website out there, I get promos sent to me. There are people in my inbox promoting records much in the same way that they would for Rolling Stone or Pitchfork or any other website, and maybe a little bit more angrily because sometimes I find myself a little bit too busy to read many of these emails. So, people do tend to get unhappy with me. Because I don't have the time to read all the emails, because to a degree, I am doing a lot of things by myself. But, still, all that being said, I'm still getting the attention. I'm still getting the promos. I'm still getting the influence, and certainly the ripples through the music community as well. I talk about bands, and all of a sudden they have some following. People are buying their records. Some of them get signed to labels if they're independent. Moving on from there, I guess I will finally mention that I'm affiliated with Complex Media, an advertising seller, a content creator, a big music website. They certainly see me as enough of an authority to bring them under their umbrella and under their wing. So I don't see how you guys can't consider me professional. Obviously, Complex Media could consider me professional. And finally, I guess the last irony of all this that I'll mention is that a lot of these websites that you throw into the professional review module, sometimes their reviews, because I've been doing this a while, sometimes their reviews are written by people who came up watching me. Now, I'm not saying that I was the sole influence in their life or that I'm their dad or anything, but I've been doing this a while, okay? I'm not just out here chasing Bigfoot. I'm literally impacting the music industry. I'm literally impacting other reviewers who are on these professional sites, be it positively or negatively, because, I will admit some of them know me, but they don't like me. I'm literally doing this professionally. So again, you guys can continue to act like a piece of new media that hates new media but only wants to endorse old media, which is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like you're just kind of hating yourself at that point, because you guys literally are new media. When you shit on other new media, you're just shitting on yourselves. When you delegitimize other people in the new media world, you just delegitimize yourselves. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. There's a video next to my head, actually in this direction, that you should check out. That's also on this channel. Me also blabbing about some other stuff. And I will see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed this little rant. Hopefully this gets some conversation going, gets some thoughts a-brewing, and maybe convinces some of the people who have hard-headedly decided that I'm not professional for some reason on the on the Wikipedia.nets. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.